What's going on, everyone? Talen here, and welcome to another Marvel Future Fight video. Alright, so we're going to be taking a look here at Cable with his new uniform. We have his X-Force uniform. We're just going to be doing a quick comparison with and without the uniform for Extreme Alliance battle here, because it was the no restriction day. At the time of me doing this intro, though, the no restriction day has already passed, but I do have the clips pre-recorded. I did record them pretty late at night, so I was a little bit tired when doing the videos, so the skill rotation, as you can see, is not going to be the best, but actually I ended up getting a pretty good run with the uniform. My run without the uniform is not as good as I would have liked, which you will see in the clips in a second here, but I just want to go over my build with Cable before we go into the clips so you can see how he's built and what his stats look like when I'm doing the runs. So let's go ahead and take a look here at the skills. Are all, of course, leveled up to 6. The gear, we have some Uru on him, but my Cable's not really very well built right now. As you can see, I have just a random assortment of Uru on him. We have some energy damage Uru, but then we just have some ignore defense, we have some skill cooldown, we have attack speed here and there. So it's not really optimized right now. In terms of the stats, it's only over the cap on a few of them, so I could get rid of one of the skill cooldown Urus and replace that. Maybe one of the ignore defense, now that his potential can be realized, because then I can get more ignore defense from getting his gear to level 25. But anyway, there's still room for him to improve, so my Cable by no means is kind of like topped out or has any of his kind of stuff maxed. The ISO 8 set, we do have a fully awakened ISO 8 set though. We have Power the Angry Hulk. For his custom gear, we do have a 200% damage proc CTP of energy, so those are probably the two biggest parts of my build here on Cable, is the fully awakened ISO 8 set and having a CTP on him. So that's going to be kind of the main sources of his damage right now. I'll be working on his Uru probably a little bit later, and his uniform is still just sitting at normal for this run as well. So now that we've kind of gone over the stats and build on my Cable here, let's go ahead and jump into the gameplay clips. Alright, so here we are at just ABX no restriction day with Cable without his uniform, and we just have the standard She-Hulk and Coulson team here, and I did speed up this clip quite a bit just because it is a pretty standard kind of Cable clip. We do the normal skill rotation for him, pop into our 4, do 3, 2, 5, and then yeah, just let it keep going from there. And of course 1 after the 5 is about to expire, just to get a little more damage in there before hopping back into the 4, 3, 2. And yeah, as you can see, I do miss the damage proc a few times, and there I did get stunned by the meteor, so that's going to hurt this run a little bit. And even at the end here, as you'll see in a few seconds, as soon as it gets there, I do actually lose Cable as well, I think when there's like 10 seconds left or something like that. So we're probably going to be missing out about, I want to say like 200k or so, is about what we probably missed. Yeah, so it was about 10 seconds. So I think we could hit like 1.2 with Cable. And now here we go with the uniform, and this run is actually a lot better. I did speed it up some, but not as much as the first clip there, just so you can see a little bit better kind of what I've been doing here with Cable's uniform. So for his uniform, the skill rotation that I found that I like to use is you start pretty similar to the non-uniformed version of him. You go into the 4, and then you do the 3, 2, 5. And then you do the 1 as well when you're stalling to have a little bit more downtime, but the 1 has this instant iframe on it now, so you don't have to use the first skill as early as you normally would with the without the uniform. So I found myself just using the first skill for the iframe, and as soon as he teleports behind the Frost Beast, I try to cancel it before he does the actual throws like the fire grenades and causes those dot damage on the ground, because that can really mess up your damage proc. So the only way that I've found that I've been able to personally be able to keep the damage proc in the right skill on the 5th skill is if I cancel the first skill and I just use it for that kind of iframe and the teleport, and that gives me that extra like 1 second that I really need to get the 5th skill off of cooldown, so that I can kind of just repeat the skill rotation, and it works out pretty well for me. I'm pretty sure in this clip I only missed the damage proc maybe once, so this is actually a pretty good run for me, at least, with his uniform here. So as you can see, it's definitely going to be scoring higher than without the uniform. Of course, that's to be expected. The uniform is at normal, so I definitely could get a lot more all attack from the uniform itself and just the uniform bonuses. And then mainly you want to make sure that you can actually get hit after using the third skill. So when you're just sitting there firing the fifth skill, you're definitely going to get a lot more damage if you're getting hit by the enemies because of that damage accumulation. But as you can see here, we're going to end up at 1.4 million, so definitely an improvement for me, about 200 to 300k improvement, I would say, around that area. So definitely the uniform looking a lot more powerful than without the uniform, so it's definitely going to boost up ABX scores quite a bit. Definitely see him hitting the ceiling now, the 2 million cap, and then he probably could do a lot more even without that, so probably around like 2.5 million for people that have him really built up. But anyway, that's just going to be my kind of first look at Cable here with his uniform, just doing a quick damage comparison. I hope you guys enjoyed, and of course I will catch you in the next one.